Welcome to another edition of Trekking Across the Universe. Tonight's big discovery, is our season 5 review show of episode 4. I would like to welcome my co-host, Grudge. I'm so excited Grudge was in the episode. So Liz, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay.
Nothing to yell and scream about or anything?
Nothing to yell and scream about. I'm just glad I'm here and I can kind of see you. I've been having
Good.
some
But
eye
sometimes that
troubles.
can be a bad thing to see me. So I just want to let you know.
Oh, you're always pleasant to see.
Well, I try not to be, but it doesn't work. So, what do you do? Aaron, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very tired, fresh from a film shoot, but I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, and you told me before we went on that you didn't dream about Discovery last night. So
No.
you had other fun dreams. So that's food related and things. So yeah, that's good.
I was so hungry.
You probably didn't eat all day when you were at the film shoot. That's probably why. But hey, it was a film shoot. So when we're talking about film, so there you go. And I don't know why. I think it's because my lighting is weird today. But anyway, because I'm kind of red today. Ooh. But I'll try to fix that in a minute. But welcome,
it's because
everyone.
You're following the Red Angel.
Oh, that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. I bet that is.
There's something for everyone in each of our windows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we could put the Red Angel up, but that's a whole other issue. But anyway, this week's episode, I will just say right off the bat, because we talk about this really did seem like a filler episode because the plot didn't go forward. We all went backwards many times. Any other is that kind of what everybody would say, or?
Oh, big time filler. As far as I'm concerned, we could have skipped over it and I wouldn't even have noticed.
Yeah, because it was, and spoilers, everyone. We're going to be talking about the episode. If you haven't seen it, this is not the show to watch right now. But anyway, we went back in time many times on the Discovery, and went in the future too. So we kind of knew what might happen, and it was bleak. So we're hoping that it won't be, but we shall see. We shall see. Anybody have a favorite flashback that they got a kick out of?
I gotta say, the one that I enjoyed was the one to the Discovery pilot episode, or the second pilot episode with Michael Burnham and she's the mutineer. I thought they did a really good job. I thought Sonequa did a really good job at playing her episode 2 self. I thought their hair and makeup was just on point. I don't remember Michael Burnham being so angry, but there was a very clear distinction between the two of them. I liked the fact that there was a fight scene where she was fighting herself, and that looked really good. There was one shot that was really bad, and I think she was unconscious laying on the floor, and the perspective looked really off, and I was I would have just cut that out. That was unnecessary. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed it when Voyager did it as well, so it was pretty much the same. But
yeah, that is true. That is true. Liz?
I kind of liked the one. I was going to say I kind of liked the one where she's back in her cabin and she runs into Buck again, and he takes off his shirt. And you literally can hear her swallow hard. It was like, oh boy. I thought that was kind of cool. Of course, I was swallowing hard too, but
yeah, well, that's a whole different issue. We won't get into it.
Very good looking man.
See, and I always forget Roger's favorite character's name.
So do I.
But it was I'm forgetting everybody's name. Oh, that's what happens when you get over 21. Um, um, it engine room flashback. Stannis, when he is talking to the other engineer, that it's Roger's favorite, and who's the comedian in real life. Help me,
Oh,
help.
Reno, Jet Reno.
Oh, Reno.
No, I mean, I just wanted to die when she says, are you in a time loop?" Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I
And,
liked her in this
It'd been
episode.
funny
I
if he
feel
had
like it
said
was kind of
yes.
nothing, but it was good.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't too much, but I got a kick out of that, and because I did not remember any episode like that before, but I might have missed it, or they just added it because it would have happened most likely. So just to have him have some dialogue in there when we realized that he probably was going through time and remembering everything like the other two were. So, but I don't know.
Yeah, he has that weird DNA now.
Yes, which I had forgotten about, but
Because it was in the Harry Mudd episode, the first Harry Mudd episode where they're going through time. That was why he was like that, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Well, we have some viewers out there, but I see a few of them are on X. And as we've told you before, if you do make a comment on X, we cannot see it here in the control room. So, if you'd like to switch over to, if you do have a comment, want to make a comment, want to switch over to one of our other feeds, you can do that one, Facebook NDB Media. That's a good one. We can actually see your comments if you want to make a comment. If not, that's great. We're not going to be on very long today because, as we said, this was a time travel episode, and we've been through most of it, and the plot didn't progress much. So, sadly. Any other comments, Liz, or?
No, that was about it as far as jumping back and forth through time.
Yeah, I mean, and then see, I'm trying to think. When they weren't jumping through time, it was. Oh, the other thing is that new first officer. He seemed to finally come and realize that he needed to get to know the crew and not be so. I don't even know what to call it.
A stick up his where.
Oh, but there you go. That's a good one. Yeah.
I gotta say though, I feel like we already reached that point last episode. And again, like when they had that conversation where she says, you can be my first officer. Again, I thought that we reached a point where he was okay. And for this one in particular, especially at the start where he's like yelling at people, I was like, this feels like
it was
very
aggravating.
forced. Yeah.
It's like, he just said what she wanted to hear.
Yeah.
He really didn't feel that was correct.
Yeah.
He felt his way was still better. And I mean, it was evident every single episode since then. He starts out just like he hasn't changed, even though he said he was going to. He had not changed.
I feel like the problem though is that the actor portrays it like he has changed, so you believe it. Whereas, like, if a real person was like that, that would be the way they speak or the way they their mannerisms and stuff would tell you if they were lying. Whereas I feel like watching him, it just seems like, like the actor doesn't know what's happening the next episode, and then they get the script and they're like, now I reset. My character is Angry Man, so I am Angry Man every episode.
Yeah, I mean so I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with the next episode if anything changes. But might not. So
I don't know. He just really aggravated me.
Yeah, I guess
One
time will tell.
one thing they did comment on when they left into the future and they saw um, the space station destroyed. She pointed out that there was a Breen ship there. And are we going to be seeing more of the Breen coming into this?
I didn't pick that up until I watched it the second time. I guess that dialogue was, I don't know, but I heard that. I was going to mention that and I forgot. I did hear that the second time I watched it, and I went, they said a Breen ship. I said, whoa.
They seem to keep mentioning it every episode, so hopefully there's a good payoff for it by the end of it.
Yeah, didn't they say the Breen was one of the ones that had, they were one of the other powers
Yeah.
that were, yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was the Breen, and was it the
Tholians?
It was Tholians. I do remember Tholians, but was it Orions? Oh, I can't. What was the third? I thought there were three. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. But it was the Tholians.
I can't think of the third.
I thought they said a third, but oh well. Yeah, we need our chat room people that can actually say, "Oh, it's this," and then we do good. But no, they don't want it. They don't want to come over to the other place. But anyway, if you remember, if there was a third power that, because we have figured the Breen,
The Tholians.
thank you, Tholians, and was there a third? If anybody's out there that in one of the other our main chat rooms, if you remember what they are, please post it. We would appreciate it, so we don't feel like we can't remember things, which is probably true. But oh well, they just disappeared. Okay, fine.
So a quick Google search tells me that in episode 1 they talk about the Tholian Republic and the Breen Imperium as.
So there wasn't a third.
So maybe there wasn't a third.
I thought there was. Okay, so I'm just wrong. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Okay. Anything else that caught your eye, anyone? Or is this going to really be a short one today?
One thing that kind of disappointed me was when they time jump in the future, and it's supposed to be set like during the time of the short treks where Discovery's like abandoned. Zora says that she's like thinks she's having another dream, and then we find out that the reason why Discovery's abandoned is because of what happens potentially at the end of this season. And I just feel like it wasn't. I really liked how it was very ambiguous in the short treks, that we didn't know what happened, and maybe Discovery was just like floating adrift somewhere and everyone had moved on. Whereas this felt like, I don't know, there were answers to it. I didn't, from the short trek, it didn't seem like this was the outcome as to why she was abandoned. So,
well, maybe that was another timeline.
Yeah, true.
On short treks.
Yeah,
true.
Because I guess we're all hoping that this is not the timeline that happens. So
we've also got Section 31 rolling in fairly soon, so maybe that will help. Whatever Discovery leaves off of, it'll help pick up that thread and keep carrying it.
Yeah, but they really still haven't told us what time frame Section 31 movie is going to be. So
True.
Didn't they say that like the character of like Rachel Garrett is in Section 31?
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I hadn't either.
announced the actor that was playing her. So it'll be like.
Well, they have
So that
Michelle
would be-
Yeoh back in it, but yeah.
That would be the Enterprise C.
Yeah.
But
that doesn't mean you can't get pushed forward into the future. I mean, look at Discovery.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I think it just all depends what they're thinking.
Well, I suppose Giorgio goes through like the Guardian of Forever, so
Yeah, so we don't know
she
where
ends
we don't
up,
know
yeah.
where she went. So he could have sent her anywhere,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool too. But that was so long ago. That was 2 seasons ago and like 3+ years ago. But
Oh yeah, easily.
easily. Well, if there's nothing else and there's nobody in the chat room that wants to bring anything up, I think we are going to call this an episode.
In 15 minutes flat.
Yeah, in 15 minutes flat. But just so everyone knows, I don't know what next week's is going to be, if we're going to have one next Saturday or not. I'm assuming we are. Please check our schedule on ndbmedia.net on our calendar, and I will post it when we make a decision. But chances are we will, but just know that we may not do one next week, and give ourselves a week rest. So at least we hope so. But everybody, on behalf of everyone here at NDB Media and Trekking Across the Universe, have a great week, and we will see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.